Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Let me silence my phone so I don't hear myself talking. It's going to be one of those days. My sinuses are killing me. The dog's all riled up today. Internet's not the greatest. And everything I try to do this morning takes twice as long, so this should be rather interesting. But I thought we'd come back in and get a bit more done on the Hollow map, getting ready for this map to be updated. Dixie and Papa Smurf are hard at work on testing Ritchieville. So I thought I'd pop back in here instead of testing Ritchieville today. I thought we'd pop back in here and see what else we can get done. Now, on this map, we have Angelo's Pizza making our pizza, but on the Ritchie Islands map, it's a Domino's pizza factory. And for Ritchieville, there's no pizza factory built in. We're going to do a placeable Domino's factory. So I am seriously thinking about turning this back into just a sell point. And then we can use the future placeable pizza factory on all three maps without conflict. So I think we are. I think we're going to turn this back into just a sell point. So I'm going to go to global company. I'm going to find, should be Angelo's Pizza in here somewhere. Oh, yep, okay, so I'm going to go Angelo's Pizza. We're going to turn the factory off so it doesn't spawn in as a global company placeable. I'm going to take my backup file. We're going to take, where am I? Riccis Hollow. We're going to take Angelo's Pizza. We're going to slide it over to our backup file just in case we need it. So that pizza factory will no longer spawn in. So I want to get rid of, I don't know if we had a digital display on here anywhere at all. Let's find out. We did not. So let's get rid of the in triggers. Let's get rid of the out triggers. Let's get rid of the player trigger, the GIU camera, and everything else I can leave the same. So let's get rid of these pole barns and the bridges. And let's get rid of the rail ramps. And then let's get rid of these guys. And that's going to leave us a couple of floating lights from inside the barns. And then let's just get some more landscaping back across on this side. Let's fix the landscaping. So let's go grass and grass. So that fixes that side. Let's take, we can get some grass growing underneath the water tower. So let's just fill this back in on this side. Alright, so now we're going to take, these warning stripes can go. Our lighting should be alright. Yep, our lighting's good. Alright, so that takes care of getting rid of this as a factory. I'm going to leave the signs in honor of my late Uncle Angelo, who had his own pizza place for like 65 years or something like that. So we're going to leave it. I'm going to add it in as a cell point though. So let's go File, Import, Maps, Placeables. Selling, nope. Where is new? There it is. Cell point new 2. So let's turn this guy to 90. And let's get him back in here. Pull him down a little bit so he's not flowing. Alright, so I'm going to grab, let's minimize this a second. Let's grab another file. I'm going to go to the Riccisville map. Maps, Placeables, Selling, and I'm going to pull the Angelo's Pizzeria XML. I'm going to copy that one into here. Riccis Hollow, Maps, Placeables, Selling Station Generic. We're going to pop Angelo's Pizzeria in here because it's already going to give us the cell points we need for everything that's already in the map. And then we just need to add it to our items XML. Do I not have the items XML open for the hollow map? Maps. Not store items, Riccis Hollow, items XML. So we just need to add Angelo's Pizza in here as a selling station placeable. So let's add it. We can add it down here. Here's the bank. So I'm going to create a space underneath that one. So let's go copy and paste. I'm going to go selling station. Let me open that XML back up so I see how it's worded with uppercase and lowercase. Maps, placeables, and it's Angelo's. It is, so it's capital A Angelo's. Where's my Pizzeria Pizzeria. So that matches exactly the wording on the XML. Yep, so now let's get our, pull the map back up. So let's grab the X, let's grab the Y, let's grab the Z, and then it's going to be 0, 90, and 0. So that changes this back into just a cell point. Let's grab, come on, I want to highlight you. Duplicate him. And let's just throw a tree in here to fill in the gap. Alright, so that one's taken care of. Now the next one that's going to be, so let me come up here to our DE, our hotspots for Angelo's Pizza we no longer need. So I'm just going to delete it because it's now only a cell point. You'll see it on the map. Let's head over to, this is going to be a pain in the neck rebuild. Let's head over here to Smokehouse. So we're going to get rid of all these pallet spawners on the ground, and we're going to put a, I want to try and squeeze a warehouse in here. Real pit cooked barbecue. We're going to have to probably redo some pallets on this map. So let's find, let's close, let's just go all the way to the top, it's easier. Let's close the roads, close the field trees. Los Angeles Pizza. So now we're working in just the smokehouse. Our inputs and outputs are going to change, so these two signs are now obsolete. So let's go, I'm going to keep the visibility node, I'm going to keep the triggers, I'm going to get rid of the display, so that can go, that can go. You can go, and you can go, and then let's look at our output's going to change, and the pallet spawners are going to change. So we're not going to be spawning out, yeah, we're not going to be spawning them out on in this way anymore. So that can go. I'm just going to delete the digital displays and the pallet spawners all at the same time. So that can go, and that can go. So that means this sign, that's the player trigger. Let me just drop the player trigger below the map for now. That's going to get completely changed. So this sign can go, this sign, I don't want the building, I want the sign. You're not going to give me the sign, are you? Alright, so you... Alright, so that one can go, and that one can go. These should be our in triggers. I'm going to leave our in triggers there. But now we've got to make room for a warehouse. So I think I'm going to get rid of... Let's import the, let me give this a quick save and grab a sip of coffee. And I think we still have to add a drywall factory in. We have to add the power cell factory in. And I can't remember if we have already built the textile mill or not. So let me check. We don't. We got to build a textile mill. Yep. Let me go back. Let me go into here. It'll be easier for me to see it. So Riccis Hollow, placeables, global company, and it's going to be one of those days. Textile mill. Nope. So we have to add a textile mill in. So let's go back into here. I'm going to minimize this map. I'm going to open up Ritchieville. Did I put the smokehouse? No, there's no smokehouse in Ritchieville. Let's go to mods. Let's go to the 16x map. I think Ritchieville needs a placeable smokehouse. I can't remember. That's what I get for working on 3 maps at the same time. I can't remember what's in one and what's not in the other one. So I think Ritchieville needs a placeable smokehouse. But give it a couple seconds for this one to open. I want to pull the warehouse out of here and see how much space I need. And I hope it has the visibility nodes built into it. This 16x map takes forever to open. Alright, so let's add the 16x script so I can see. Let's fly over here to... Okay, why are you frozen? I tell you it's going to be one of those days where shit just goes sideways. Let's head over here to the smokehouse. Oh, come on. If I get closer to the ground, it usually moves a little bit quicker. Here we go. So let's come over behind Dole. Yep, behind Dole. Alright, so I want... God Lord, it's going to be one of those days. I want this warehouse. And tell me that the visibility nodes are in here. They are, so I don't have to redo the visibility nodes. Fantastic. So let's go, let me check my file first. Riccis Hollow, new buildings, let's get rid of this warehouse. Alright, now let's go file, export, Riccis Hollow, new buildings. Warehouse. I'll leave this map open a sec in case we need to pull anything else out of it. Let's go. So I don't know if I'm going to have to remove just one building and squeeze it in, or if I'm going to have to remove 2 buildings and move some stuff around. Let's go File, Import, Warehouse. And then I want to go throw you here. Yeah, you're going to need a lot of room. I think both of those buildings are going to have to go. So if we go to 45, where does that put our doors? It puts our doors on the roadside. If I pull you down, yeah, both of these buildings are going to have to go. Alright, so let's slide you over here a minute, which means I got to find smoke particles. Where's our particle system? So we don't have floating smoke. Alright, where's number 5? 5 is there. We're going to try and save that building. Where's number 4? Alright, that building's going to go, so let's delete that one. Let's delete this one. And then where's smoke 2? Smoke 2's over there, so let's leave those for now, and they'll get renumbered here in a minute. So this building is going to go, and then that's going to leave us with some floating lights. So you need to go that one, and then you need to go. So that takes care of that one, and then the sign I want to reuse. So let's take the sign and float it over there a minute. And then this building needs to go. And then again, we got some floating lights to deal with. Alright, so you can go, and you're on the other building. Alright, so that gets rid of our floating smoke and our floating lights. Alright, so let's grab this guy. Oh yeah, and then we can drive right through it and spawn out our goods. I can live with that. Alright, so let me go. We need to go. Minimize you. Let's clean up some of this mess. Yep, so let's go edit, cut, because it has to be in this transform group. And then how's the height? Height looks good. Now I can't move the train tracks, but we can slide this building back as far as we can get it. About there. Doesn't give us enough room to drive in front of it. Well, if you squeeze a small vehicle in there, you can. I just can't make it any smaller. What can we do? We don't need this concrete border because the warehouse is going to be our border. So, can I get... I can get a little bit more room. So let's delete that one, this one, and then let's slide this one out of the way for now. Let's take the warehouse and see if I can get it back even a little bit further. Oh, let's get rid of this grass along the tracks. All right, let me slide you out. Let's get rid of this mess here. You're not gonna. I'm gonna leave that little bit of grass texture there. You're really not gonna see it. I don't need to repaint it. It's gonna be under the building. So let's bring you back to about there. So it won't interfere with the train. And then let's take this guy and slide him back to the building. Something like that. Alright, it gives us as much room as I can. I guess you can squeeze a truck by there if you don't want to drive through the warehouse. Now, the question is, what texture is this? Is it... I don't know if it's asphalt or concrete. I can never get them straight. Oh, it's the asphalt, so that cleans that up. We're gonna get... I need a little bit more room on this side. Yeah, let's slide you... Let's go back to the warehouse. So let's slide you out this way a little bit more. So I need room to drive out with the truck and then pull out of the warehouse. Let's give ourselves a little bit more room. So this one piece of fence, let's get rid of that. Gives us a little bit bigger opening. So let's get rid of the grass, and we'll throw some more. Come on, give me the asphalt. There we go. I told you it's going to be one of those days where shit just goes sideways. What I can do, let's leave. Let's see, what does this site look like? So we have the gas tank there. We have the generator back there. And do I have, what kind of particle systems do I have in the warehouse? Just my emitters for the cold air blowing in. So let's move this guy here. Well, let's go on the other side. Let's see what, and then I can slide this warehouse back. So you're going to go on the other side, and you are going to go on the other side. I'll get you out of the way. Now let's take the whole warehouse and slide it back this way a bit. It gives us more room on this side to pull out. And then let's take our tank and put it on this side. About here. And let's take our generator, and it's going to have to get rotated the opposite way. This way. And you can go here, and then we can make, let's readjust this guy. So he can now go back to the building, and then come out, and then let's just bring him back a little bit, like that. RD04 Dave, good morning. Basis Q89, remove the parking. I can't remove the parking because there's a bunch of parked cars sitting there. I'd have to find and you can't see them, they're not visible. And the only way to see parked cars is you have to go up here. Let me scroll up. You have to go into the splines traffic system. You have to go to the parked cars, and all these parked cars are invisible. So all you see is a little node on the ground of where the car is. And it's a needle in a haystack trying to figure out where your invisible car is. So I'm just going to leave that there. That could be employee parking. Thanks for the suggestion though, but yeah, they're a pain to move. So I don't try not to mess with parked cars unless I have to. Alright, so let's close that. Let's go back to the smokehouse. And then let's fix our smoke particles. So we need, alright, so let's go file, import, particle system, smoke. I want to cut it from there. I'm going to paste it here. Just throw it right there for now. So you're going to be number 2 actually. And then you need to move up. And then this one's going to become number 3. And then this one's going to become number 4. And then let's adjust this guy. So we have the smoke coming out of the generator. Oh, this way. Alright, so that's taken care of. And then we have, what do we have going on? We have, so smoke 3 is now on that chimney, smoke 4 is on that chimney. I can live with that. We have our visibility nodes for the firewood, so we can drop our firewood off. Where was my floating sign? So let's take the floating sign and let's turn him to -45. And let's pull him over here, pull him out like so. And then we'll duplicate him and pull him over here. And then let's get the sign on this side taken care of. Alright, so that takes care of our signs. The garage doors will do all at the same time. Just make a note so I don't forget. So we still need our roll doors. Oh, we need the logistics center. Alright, so that takes care of that. So now let's look at our and let's grab, actually let's do this. Let's go to, so Angelo's Pizza I can close. The items XML I'm going to close from now. Let's go over here to the 110 for their islands map. I want to find the smokehouse. It's going to be a lot different than the one we're currently using. So rather than rebuilding the existing smokehouse XML, I think it's going to be easier to import the islands one over and rebuild it. So let's go to the hollow map. Let's find this smokehouse in this mess. Alright, so yeah, we're going to delete this one. We're going to grab this one and we're going to pull it over to the map we're working on. And then we're going to make a few slight changes to it. It's not going to be buildable, so I can get rid of those. And then we're going to change Riccis Islands to Riccis Hollow. So that fixes that. Now let's take my backup folder and then let's go to Riccis Hollow. I want to take the smokehouse XML. I want to throw out my backup folder in case I need it. And then let's go to islands. Let's pull the smokehouse XML from here. So let's copy that one and paste it into here. And then let's adjust this one because it's going to be a lot quicker than rebuilding the other one. So all of Ricci Islands gets replaced with Riccis Hollow. Alright, so that's first. Now, what I need to do though is I need to fix my icon. So the icon for this map is called Icon Smokehouse with a capital H. Alright, so that fixes the icon for the global company menu. Now on this one, we eliminated all of our exact fill routes except for one. Actually, let me close this other map before I accidentally make a change to it. We'll open it back up if we need it. Alright, so this one only had one input trigger for the entire factory. We're going to leave it that way. This pallet trigger, though, needs to be bigger and taller, and just touching the ground. Something like that. Now let's go, so we only need one, so let's delete this one and these. That can get closed, and then that one can, we're going to rename this goods, and then you are number 1, and you are number 1. Alright, so that fixes our input trigger. We have our output trigger for our sewage. We are going to input our veggie oil, needs to be goods. Our sea salt is goods. Our onion, our washed potatoes, our salmon is coming into goods. Our duck cuts are coming into goods. Our firewood is coming into goods. We'll come back and fix the visibility here in a second. Our water is going to come into goods, and so is our diesel. Oranges are already goods. Herbs and spices are already goods. Now lumber, this whole mess we can get rid of because we're not building this factory. So that can go. Our concrete can go. Plywood can go. And wallpaper can go. So the only thing we have to fix on our inputs are the visibility node. So our firewood is 0, 0, and 2. So that fixes the visibility. So all of our inputs are fixed. Outputs project we no longer have. So that can go. So we're not building it. So that means, let's look at here. Output 1 project can go. But now we have to renumber all of these. So you are 1, 4, 5, and 6. So let's go back to Smokehouse. So our onion rings we're going to spawn, we have different, our visibility nodes probably have changed. So we're going to spawn that out of the warehouse. So let's go to the warehouse, visibility nodes. Okay, you're onion rings, so you are 37 and 3. So you're going to be 37 and 4, 37 and 5, and 37 and 6. So there's our onion ring output, our French fry output, our smoked salmon output, and our Peking duck output. So let me save that. We have to figure out where we're going to pick up trash and where we're going to pick up sewage. So now we got to figure out a spot for trash and a spot for sewage. Alright, these are going to go because the heating plant is going to get a complete rebuild. So for now, let's get you out of the way. And you're going to disappear later when I delete you. And let's, oh crap, I wanted the whole transform group, not just that. So let's try that again. You, I want this guy out of the way. You'll get deleted later, so you can just sit here for now. And you, because trash is going to be done differently on this map, so let's just get you out there for now. And you'll get deleted later. So let's, heating plant we're going to come back to and rebuild yet. I need, let's grab Heinz. Let's grab the liquid manure pit. I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to go I'm going to cut it from there. I'm going to paste it into here. Alright, so there's the manure pit itself. I want to put it over here somewhere. So let's move you over to here. Someplace a little bit easier to get to. Well, maybe not. Hold on. So let's drop you down. Let's spin you this way. Let's just go here. You're gonna have to figure out. You're gonna have to back in and get the sewage out. Alright, so there's our pickup for the sewage. Now we need to come up back up here. I need an out trigger. Let's grab this gas station trigger, duplicate it, and I want to go smokehouse. Let's cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And let's go edit, interactive placement, and let's put it here. So we're going to pick up our sewage here. We can't pick up our sewage there. It's going to interfere with the door trigger. Alright, change of plans. Let's grab, leave you there for a second. Let's grab this guy, and he's going to come over here. Let's put him here. And then let's grab that out trigger. I don't want to interfere with the door trigger. So let's put him here. So we'll pick up our sewage here, and let me make him a little bit taller. Alright, something like that. So that picks up our sewage. Now I want our, so let's go, I don't like, let's, you gotta be, oh, it's crooked, that's why it's like that. Alright, so let me drop you down. Alright, let's just delete you. Let's take you. I'm going to duplicate him. And then let's just bring him over this way. And make him smaller. And turn him back a little bit. Yeah, that looks better. Alright, so now let's grab, I want to grab the Heinz, but I want to grab the trash triggers. So I'm going to duplicate that, and then let's cut it from there. Let's paste it into the smokehouse. I'm going to, just to make it easier, I'm going to delete these extra spawners. These are easier to put in place one at a time. Let's go edit, interactive, bam. Because on this map, the heating plant's not going to make trash. The individual factories are going to make trash. So let's get these guys lined up. Along here we can pick up our trash. At what angle? It's got a weird angle to it. So 1. I think I had 6. Alright, so there's our trash spawners fixed. So let's go back to the XML. So we have our trash spawners now, and we have our sewage. Production line 1 is no longer because we're not building the factory. So that can go, which means you get renumbered. So you're now number 1. You are now number 2. You are now 3, 4. So over in our 110, this one has to get deleted, and then we just renumber these. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So how many player triggers do we need? We need just the 1. So our production line 1 is going to make onion rings. Our production line 2 is going to make French fries. Third one's going to make smoked salmon, and the fourth one is going to make Peking duck. We have to fix all of our particle effects. Oh, wait. Yep. No, yeah, we're good. We have to fix our particle effects. But the first thing I want to do is let's go 8,000 liters an hour. So you're going to get 2 pallets per hour. I can live with that. Farm Chick 63, good morning. Sorry if I was ignoring chat. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping and saying hello. So we have 4. How many smoke particles do we have left in this building? 2, 3, and 4. I don't have, I guess I can add 1 more, and we'll put 1 per line. So let's take, do I have a smoke particle here? No. So let's grab smoke particle, let's close that because I don't need it open. So let's grab smoke particle Oh, that's Heinz. I can close that one now. Let's grab particle 4. Yep, let me duplicate that one. Oh, crap. The editor just crashed and nothing was saved. Son of a bitch, I told you it was going to be one of those days. I don't know how much work we lost. But this is how my day's been since I woke up this morning. Everything I touch just goes to shit today. I have no idea when our last save was. I have no idea how much of this we're going to have to redo. All of it. Oh my god, I give up. I'm just going to shut down and go back to bed. I knew I should have stayed in bed today. Something told me not to touch a damn thing on the map today. Alright, so we just lost an hour's worth of work. Alright, so Bakery House is gone. Let's take this sign, slide it over. Let's start over again. Let's take this guy and delete him. Let's take this guy, delete him. Let's fix all of our floating lights. So you can go, you can go, you can go. We're going to start saving a little bit more often. Alright, you're over there. Let's do this again. So you... I can't delete these yet because it'll throw some major Lua errors, but we're going to get rid of these later when we rebuild the heating plant. So you can go out there for now. Let's get rid of... I think it was 3 of these guys. And then we'll bring the warehouse back in. Alright, let's get rid of the grass. I knew I should have stayed in bed today. Let's go back to asphalt. Something told me just to stay in bed today. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. So Farm Chick, that's how it's going today. It's going to shit really quickly today. So let's go File, Import, Riccis Hollow, Warehouse. I'll throw you there for now. So let's go cut, paste, and let's turn this guy this way to 45. Yeah, bring him back down, bring him back as far as I can without interfering with the train. About there as far as I can go. Alright, so let's grab this border. And let's get him lined back up over here. Actually, I'm going to spin him around. He's going to be easier to do from the other direction. Let's get him lined up over here. Something like that. that'll work. And then I fixed this guy because I didn't like how he was. So let's go back, let's delete that one. Let's duplicate that one. Yeah, why the editors crash like that for absolutely no reason and no warning is beyond me. Alright, so that's fixed. Let's grab our, in the warehouse, let's grab the generator. Let's pull it back on this side. Spin it around. I guess the first time was just practice. This time we got it perfect, right? Something like that. So let's grab that. Let's grab the gas tanks. Let's pull it down to this side. Pull him back like so. Alright, so now that fixes the warehouse. So now we have to come down here. Let's put our sign back. And then we're going to fix, we got to go back and redo all the ins, all the outs, all that. Minus 45. Bring it down. When it's centered. So let's come back. And bring it something like that, and then it's come on this side. Let's bring you back. Alright, so now let's come back over here. We have to, ooh, all of our signs are gone. Okay, that's a good sign. So that's part of it fixed. So I don't have to redo. I don't have to delete all my signs and redo my. So that's back in. Let's go fix our. Let's bring our sewage back in. Let's bring our trash back in, and then I'll save before we touch the smoke particles again. Oh, that's right, our sewage was over here. Alright, so let's go back to Heinz. Let's grab the liquid manure pit. Let's cut it out of there and throw it in here. And let's get that back in place. And then let's grab the trigger to pick up our sewage. So this guy. I'm gonna go cut it from there. Let's put it in our out. And let's throw him in here so he's at minus 45. And he was a little bit taller. Alright, so we're going to pick up our sewage there. Let's redo our trash. And I think that gets us, and then I'm going to save, and then that gets us about where we were before it crashed. So let's grab our pallet spawners. I'm going to cut it from there. Let's paste it into here. And then let's get rid of the extra ones. Alright, so let's bring it back down. And spin it this way. Alright, so there's one. And now they're too close. So pull you out. Let's pull you out a little bit. Two more. And pull you out a little bit. And pull you out a little bit. Alright, so that is those fixed. I'm going to do a save. Southern Trucker, hello. Thank you for stopping in, taking time out of your day and saying hello. We are rebuilding the smokehouse today on the Hollow map, so it matches the same palettes as the Islands map. And I lost about half an hour's worth of work when the editor crashed, so we're going to start saving a little bit more often. Alright, so let's wait for you to finish saving, and then we'll adjust our smoke particles. Alright, so that's done. So now let's take our smoke particles. Lights we're done with. Alright, so crap, which ones were our floating ones that we eliminated before? Number 5 was there. Number 4. Number 4 is floating, so that's the one we are going to move down to here. Let's move that one here instead of importing another one in, so we don't have another crash. So let's bring this guy. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. I don't like these. For some reason, these things are acting really weird today. So number 4 is going. Number 3, I think, was the other floating one. Yep, so let's get rid of 3. 2 is going to stay where it is. I'm not even going to you know what? We're going to get rid of all of them. We're going to bring new smoke particles in. So let's get rid of those. Let's come over here. I'm not going to deal with it. So let's come over here. Let's go File, Import, Riccis Hollow, Global Company Smoke. Let me, let's go Edit, Cut, paste it here. Put you there. You are going to now be number 2. So let's get him adjusted. Yeah, I'm having one of those days where everything I touch takes twice as long or goes to shit. So let's get you turned something like that. So that's our smoke coming out of the generator. Let's bring new smoke particles in for the factory instead of messing with the old ones, so I don't want another crash. Let's go File, Import, let us, I can minimize you now. Let's go Edit, Cut, let's paste it there, and then he's going to be number 3. And let's go Edit, let's throw him like that, and now we can adjust him. Let's bring him down a little bit so he's like just inside the chimney. These things are so hard to see in the editor. Yeah, he's got to come way down. Alright, so you're going to come down like that. And something like that. Now, before I duplicate this, I'm going to give it another save. Very nice, as always. Glad to watch how you do things. Well, thanks for stopping in. Bye now, John. Will you release a Riccis Hollow update? It's going to be... Here's my goal. Ritchieville is in testing. I sent the updated copy to Papa Smurf and Dixie last night. I spent about 3 or 4 hours testing it yesterday. If there's no issues and nothing else I have to fix on Ritchieville, in about 2 days I'm going to give it to my Patreon, so my Patreons will have it first. And then I'm going to do an all-day release stream of Ritchieville on December 19th. I'll do a release stream. Riccis Hollow still needs about another week of rebuild. Then we're going to need a week of testing, adjustments, testing, and then my Patreons will get it. And it's probably going to be the new year before the Hollow map is ready. I won't have that all this rebuilt and tested in time to have a Christmas release on this one. Alright, so let's take Smoke 3, duplicate it and hope it don't crash. That's what happened last time. No, we're good now. Alright, so let's go 4. And then let's move Smoke 4 over to this other chimney. So that is the tentative timeline for Ritchieville and Riccis Hollow. My Patreons will always get it 7 to 10 days before release, as a gift for them supporting me with a monthly payment. So let's throw one more smoke particle up here. Yeah, no. What do I want? I want one more smoke particle in this factory. Alright, let's throw it. Let's throw a small one back here. This way I have one for each line. So let me duplicate that one. Let's go number 5. Let's go edit. Let's throw him right here. And we're going to have to make it smaller. So let's bring it up. Let's go smaller. And let's bring it about here. So it's just inside the chimney. Like that. So there's our one smoke per line. Hollow is awesome, thanks. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it's the rebuild is taking me a little bit longer because the Ritchieville took a little bit longer than expected in testing, and then I had to do another update on it yesterday, and I lost the updates I made did not work with my current save, so I lost an 8-hour save on Ritchieville, so I had to do a new save yesterday to test. So it's been a mess. So what I'll probably do is get the Ritchieville map released before Christmas, and I'm shooting for this map for like maybe New Year's weekend, something like that. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so those are all of our smoke particles fixed. So let's go back to where we were. So our production line 1 is just going to have smoke number 2. Our production line 2 is going to have smoke number 3. Our production line 3 is going to have smoke number 4. And our production line 4 is only going to have no fire. And it's going to have smoke 5. And then let's leave our spray particles there, it won't hurt. Alright, so that gets us back to where we were. We need to fix the player trigger, so let's get that next. So let's come over here. Let me pull the player trigger back out from underneath the ground. Am I on the right factory? Yeah, we're on the right factory. Where's my player trigger? Shouldn't be underground. I made you 0. Alright, what the hell happened to my player trigger? Don't make me delete. Oh, it's way underground. Alright. Alright, so let's bring this guy way, way, way smaller. They don't no longer need to be the size of the factory. So you're going to come way down. Let's come back down to Earth. Let's get you turned and put over here by the firewood. You can go a little bit narrower. Alright, so now let's grab our tour icon and get our hotspot fixed. Oh, so this cell point I can delete back out. Let's go duplicate this guy, edit, just get him out of the ground, and let's put it here where our player trigger is, and he's going to be smokehouse. So there's our smokehouse tour icon and hotspot. It shows you right where the global company menu is. So now let's fix, let's take the smokehouse, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to move it down to the done column. Let's eliminate it up here. So we still have these 3 factories to fix and then a couple more to add in. So that's our smokehouse. Let's fix our X and our Z. And let's grab this guy. And he can go here. Alright, so that is our hotspot for our smokehouse and our player trigger. So let's go back to our XML for the smokehouse. So that's taken care of. Exec fill route number 2 we deleted. Palette trigger 2 becomes palette trigger 1. Alright, that was deleted. We kept a camera, we kept a player trigger. Trigger 2 we need. Start 1 and start 1 and start 2 I need for to spawn our triggers in the warehouse. We eliminated smoke 6, 7, and the fire. These I don't need. So let's save that. So let's fix all of our i3D mapping. Alright, so our exact fill route is going to be 0, 0, and 0. Our palette trigger is going to be 0, 0, and 1. Alright, so that's fixed. Our camera is number 30. Our player trigger is 32. Alright, trigger 2 is to pick up our sewage. So that is 1 and 0. Alright, our start and our warehouse, I think, is now number 37. So our spawners to spawn the pallets out. Oh, 35. Did I renumber? We got to go back in. Hang on. I think we got something else wrong. So these are 35. And that's 35. So we have to go back up and fix our visibility nodes. So let's just go all the way back to the top and we'll go back to where we were. So we have to fix our firewood should still be 0, 0, and 2. It is. Our visibility node for the French fries out of the warehouse. So our warehouse is visibility nodes for French fries are going to be 35. So onion rings, yeah, these all come back to 35. So you're 35. You're 35. And you're 35. They would have threw Lua errors when we went back into the map. Alright, so that gets us back to where we were. So that's now fixed. Our smoke for here is going to be 33, 0 and 0, 33, 1 and 0, 33, 2 and 0, and 33, 3 and 0. Our spray particles should now go to number 35. Yeah, so that's going to be 35, 35, 35, and 35. Our pallet spawners for our trash are now going to be number 38. But they're going to be 38. Yeah, so we have to go 38. Uh, 38. And let's fix this one. Not 238. We'll get a Lua error for sure. Alright, so that should fix all of that. So let me save the map one more time. While that's saving, oh come on, don't crash again. Alright, so while that's saving, let's just go back up to the top. Alright, so we have our smokehouse, we have our smokehouse ID. Everything's going into one trigger. There's our trigger for our sewage. So our veggie oil is good. Our sea salt is good. Our onions are good. Our washed potatoes, our salmon, our duck cuts, our firewood, the visibility node is fixed. Water, diesel, oranges, and herbs and spices. Alright, so that's all good. We're going to output our onion rings, our French fries, our smoked salmon, and our Peking duck out of the warehouse. We have our trash pallets, and we have our sewage, so that's all fixed. So production line 1 is onion rings. Production line 2 is French fries. Production line 3 is our smoked salmon. And production line 4 is our Peking duck. Why are we making more French fries and onion rings than we are? So let's just take these to 8,000. Alright, so that takes care of that. Player trigger's fixed, our smoke's fixed, our water spray's fixed. And then all of our nodes should be good. So let's minimize this. Let's minimize that. Let's grab my mods folder switcher. Let's go to, where am I? Hollow, unzipped. And let's take a quick peek. I'm looking for chaff silage bin bunker that has an unload of an auger pump system. Anything out there? Not that I'm aware of. Shoot Papa Smurf and a message on Facebook. He may know. So let's go to career. Let's go to save game 2. Let's open up a new game. And let's check out the smokehouse to make sure that our global company menu is going to work and we have no errors in the log. Yeah, reach out to Papa Smurf. If anybody knows, he does. Alright, cool. So no crash, that's the first good sign. Let's throw some money in here. We're not going to save this anyway. And let's go. Let me grab some speed. So we should now have... Where is it? Yep. So we now have our hotspot for our smokehouse. Let's go visit that. There's a car parked there. That's alright, I can live with that. So we have our... That's going to be our global company trigger. We don't own the factory yet. I think I got rid of all the smoke, the floating smoke. So that smoke's coming out of the chimney now. We're going to put doors on this warehouse another day. I may move this wall out a little bit closer to the road to give a little bit more room to drive in here. We'll see. We'll see. So our diesel tanks are on this side. Our generators on this side, keeping our warehouse cold. We have our cold air blowing in. Visibility nodes are messed up. All these pallets shouldn't be here. So I've got something wrong with the visibility nodes. So we'll go back in and look at that. But we have our cold air blowing into the warehouse. And I'm not even going to check the factory to see if it works because we have something wrong. So let's quit out of here and come back in. Because all those pallets should not be sitting in the warehouse. So let's check our log for errors and see what kind of Lua errors we're throwing in and what I need to fix. Oh, we got some sound issues. We'll have to fix those. Riccis Island common files. I forgot to fix the warehouse before I imported it. Shit. I forgot to fix the warehouse before I imported it. Alright, so what's wrong with this factory now? Oh, that's not fixed yet. Secret Mountain's not fixed yet. Where are no Lua errors? I should have Lua errors for all those palette spawners, or for the visibility nodes. What did I mess up? So we have to, I'll fix these sounds later. So why are our smokehouse visibility nodes not working? So let's come back here. So we have our smokehouse. Oh, it's in the wrong farmland. No, it's in the right farmland. It's in the right farmland. It's farmland 41. Let's just double check that. So farmland 41 is our smokehouse. So farmland 41 is our smokehouse, and it's going to be bits 0, 3, and 5. So let's come down here. 0, 3, and 5 is number 41. It's in farmland 41, so I don't need, there's nothing wrong there. It's the smokehouse, and it's the smokehouse XML. Is our XML worded correctly? Riccis Hollow Placeables Global Company. Smokehouse, that's it, capital H. Rename. You are capital H. Oh, come on, are you not going to save? It's just one of those freaking days. Alright, so now you're a capital H. Alright, so let us... I didn't make any changes to the map. Let's minimize you. Let's fire this back up and see if the smokehouse actually spawns into the map this time. While this is opening, grab a quick sip of coffee. Alright, so we are going to... Alright, let's try this again. Let's throw some money in here because we're going to have to buy the property. And then I don't like walking slow, so let me grab my speed. Let's try this again. So smokehouse. Let's go visit it. So this time I should not see any pallets in the warehouse. Why is this factory not spawning in? Something's messed up with my XML. Let me buy the property and see if I get a global company menu. No global company menu. This is not spawning in for some reason. It's just one of those days where everything I touch is going to shit and I should have stayed in bed. So let's retrace our steps. So let's go... let's close you because you should have been renamed. Let's come over here. Please tell me I adjusted the correct. We are Riccis Hollow. We are Smokehouse XML. My visibility node for onion rings. Let's come back in here. So our smokehouse warehouse visibility node for onion rings is number 35 and 3. So that's correct. So why is our factory not even spawning into well, no, that's right. Hang on. I think I know why. No, that's all lowercase. And That's all lowercase. Everything is called Riccis Hollow. That's named Riccis Hollow. Our smokehouse, we have production, we have our 4 production lines. We have our inputs. We have our outputs. I don't see anything wrong with this. We have our smokehouse. I think I know what's wrong. I know what's wrong. Hold on. Let's minimize you. I know what's wrong. You have to be named exactly as the 110. And the 110 has a lowercase h. So let's take you back to lowercase. Let's take you, I forgot it is case sensitive, so let's take you back to lowercase. So that means this has to be lowercase. And let's take the XML and change it back to lowercase. I forgot this thing is case sensitive, so you're back to lowercase. All right, let's save you. Let's look at, let's take this guy back to lowercase. Let me close it out of here and reopen it. So you should now be lowercase. You are. So you're lowercase. You're lowercase. The XML is lowercase. Let this finish saving. Alright, so now you're lowercase here. You're lowercase here. Here. And here. Alright, so now it should fire in. Let's try this again. I forgot all 3 of those have to be lowercase or they don't talk to each other. Or case sensitive, I should say. They all need to be lowercase or they all need to be uppercase or they don't talk to each other. If they don't talk to each other, they don't spawn into the map and they don't work. Alright, so let's try this again. 3rd time's the charm. Something like that, right? Let's grab some money. Let's grab some speed. Now, when we come over here, we shouldn't see any pallets in the warehouse. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. No pallets in the warehouse. Because we haven't made any yet. So now, when I buy this property, we should get the global company menu. So let's buy this property. And now I should get a global company menu for the smokehouse. We do. So we're making our onion rings. We're making our French fries. We're making our smoked salmon. And we're making our Peking duck. Now there's one thing I might be able to do. Yeah, we are. We're going to do it. We're going to move the input trigger so it's also going over the railroad track, so I can drop off all of our bulk goods. And so basically we can drop off all of our liquids and all of our bulk goods by train or by truck before I call this factory done. So we're going to move our, where's my firewood? Firewood visibility nodes aren't in yet because we don't have firewood. We're going to make one more change to this factory. 1018 just gifted tier 1 sub to Queen Chris. You guys are all and gals are awesome. Alright, so let's quit out of here. Let's go back to our log just to make sure no weird Lua errors popped in with this factory. These are the factories we haven't fixed yet. Carbonate, I know I still have to fix. That's still on my list. Okay, so there's no errors with the smokehouse. So let's come back in here. What I want to do is I want to move. So let's grab. Oh, come on! There's not going to be a really good spot for me to work. So let's take our pallet trigger. I'm going to slide it out of the way. Let's take our fill root. I'm going to slide it out of the way. Let's grab our warning stripes. Let's bring our warning stripes down. And let's turn you this way. And I want to bring them down this way. Let's get it relatively square. So let's take this guy and bring him over the tracks, and this one and bring it over the tracks. So now let's grab our pallet trigger, slide him out of the way for a second. Let's grab our exact fill route. I want to be able to drop goods off by truck or by train. So let's get this guy moved down and over the train tracks. I don't have the train fixed yet for this one for the liquid cars, but it will. It's on the list. Now let's bring our pallet trigger down so we can drop off our firewood. Firewood you're going to have to deliver by truck, but we should be able to now to deliver all of our bulk goods and our veggie oil by truck or by train. Alright, so that's good. I don't have Central Station fixed, so we can't test it. Let's give this a quick save. And then I'm going to come into here, and I'm going to call the smokehouse done. And that's just a personal note for myself that I know that that factory's done. Angelo's Pizza we eliminated is now a sell point, so this can go. So let's save that. Secret Mountain hasn't been done yet. Let's go to this one. What do we have left? The heating plant, the whole seed and fertilizer mess, and then Secret Mountain, which I don't think I want to tackle quite yet today. I need to find a spot for the drywall factory, the power cell factory, and the textile mill. And then Secret Mountain's going to get a complete makeover. Alright, so where do we want? Let me fly back to this corner. Because I don't want to take up. Well, we may have to lose the field. No, we're not. We're going to lose this swamp. We are going to lose this swamp. I want to leave that field back there. We have, back here now, we have our glue factory. We have our oil well. We are going to, I'm going to leave part of the forest. Let's get rid of all of this silt. We're going to get rid of the swamp back here. So let's come down here to terrain detail height, and I'm on subtract. So let's get rid of all of this silt that's laying back here. We're going to get rid of this swamp. I'd rather have room for factories back here and future placeables. So I can compromise and get rid of this swamp. And it'll give us more room as well. So let's get rid of this. We're going to have to fix the water fill triggers. So that is gone. Let's get rid of the rest of the silt. That's on the ground. Alright, so that should take care of all the silt. Now, are all of these trees in the same transform group? They are. Alright, it's easier to do this and put them back in. So now I want to grab, you're the main water plane. Alright, so that's fine. Let's go replace, and then let's smooth this all out. Oh, not quite that far. Let's start that again. I don't want to touch the mountain, but I want to get close to the mountain. So let's smooth all this back out. And that'll give room back here for, we're going to build the textile mill back here, we're going to build a drywall factory back here, we're going to build a battery factory back here. And then that'll give us room for more placeables for future factories. Alright, so that's gone. Let's just make sure we got all the silt off the ground. Nope, we missed some. Let's get rid of the rest of the silt. Let's go subtract. Alright, so that's gone. Now we have a water trigger to deal with. So let's go File, Import, Riccis Hollow, Maps, Placeables, Water Fill Triggers. Let me make another note for myself. We also need the evaporator. And I need a saltwater station. Alright, so how many water fill triggers do we have back here? Just the one? Alright, I can live with that. Let's leave it here. Or do I want to eliminate? No, I'm going to eliminate. You guys can put your own down. So that trigger is going to go. So let's go water fill triggers. Let's go File, Export. No, water fill triggers, File, Export Selection, Save. I want to overwrite it because it's now going to spawn in without that extra trigger. So let's delete that back out of the map. But I have to adjust my water fill trigger XML. So let's go Riccis Hollow, Maps, Placeables, Water Fill Triggers. Water Fill Trigger XML. We have to delete one of those. So that water fill trigger no longer spawns into the game. And then this can get deleted. You can put your own water fill trigger down. Alright, so that cleans that up. let's work on the drywall factory. Let's get that in here. You're going to need it for future placeables, because all the future placeables are going to be buildable placeable. And then we'll come back in and we'll put all the trees back in later. So for now, let's grab some rough dirt. And let's just give ourselves some room to work. And then we can retexture this later. So everything on the drywall factory is going to go along the tracks. So let's get our rough dirt along the tracks. And let's just give us room to work. Let's get rid of this mud. And I should make this squares easier, but we're already down. Alright, so that gives us a little bit of room to work. And then let's get rid of the grass, because we're going to put a, like I said, this factory is going to go right along the tracks. So let's go back to subtract. Let's get rid of this for now. We can put it back in later. Alright, so that gives us a hole. Let's do a quick save. Let this save. Alright, so let that save. So let's minimize this map. Let's go back to Riccisville and let this map open. I want to go to Riccis Hollow, new buildings, and I think when I imported this warehouse we forgot to fix the textures. We did. So I'm going to have to go in and I'll fix that mess off camera. I gotta fix some texture issues, but for now, since it's already in the map, I'll have to fix it in the map file. So let's delete that. Alright, so you're open. So let's fly back this way. And I want to grab the drywall factory. So let's come over here to Global Company, Ace Drywall. And it's going to give me a bunch of trees, but we can delete them later. So let's go File, Export, New Buildings, Ace, Drywall. And then I'm going to close this map so I don't accidentally make any changes to it. So let's come over here. Let's see if this opens without crashing. And it does. So let's get rid of these trees. And then let's save that. And now let's fix the texture pathing before I forget. So you are just now particle systems. And then you are now just, this shader's already in the map, so I can fix that. And then these, you are now just, let me make sure these three textures, I gotta get these three textures in. I think they're in, but let's just double check. So let's come here, and they're gonna be textures. I need brushed dark steels. Let's see if we can, if brushed dark steels in here. Brushed dark steels in there, so I can change this to textures, and then we'll fix this pathing. And then I need, I think paint, I'm almost positive paint yellow's in here. That's concrete yellow. M-N-O-P, yeah, paint yellow's already in here. So I can fix this texture path. So that one's fixed. And then I need to fit, I need logo Ace drywall from the islands common file. So let's go here, Ritchieville. I don't have it. Crap, I gotta fix that in Ritchieville now too. So let's go mods 16x, common files, textures 3. I need logo Ace drywall. So I need logo Ace 01. Which one was it? I need logo Ace 01. So I need this in this texture file. So now we can fix this path. So let's save that. So that fixes all of our pathing issues for our textures. So when I open new buildings, I open this up, we should have no errors in the log for texture issues. Invalid case, silo diffuse 2. So let's open you back up. Silo diffuse 2. Silo diffuse 2. Textures. Silo diffuse 2 is lowercase. What are you? No, I'll install you later. I don't know what this texture file is. Let's look at this guy. And silo diffuse 2. So if we put the wrong texture file in here, so you're that building. I know it's not that one. That's going to bother me because we're going to end up with the wrong texture file. So let's go to let's look at the common files. So you don't have any silo diffuse 2 in you, but what do you look like? I don't think it's that one. So let's go to Riccis Islands. Do you have a silo diffuse 2? You do. What do you look like? You look like that. And you are uppercase. So let's go to the Riccisville map. And what do you have in the way of silo diffuse 2? You are that. Alright, we're going to try two things. Let's bring... oh, you're silo normal 2. Silo diffuse 2. All my silo diffuse 2s are this. So why... You're capital S, silo diffuse 2, but you're telling me I have an invalid case. Textures, silo diffuse 2, Riccis Hollow, new buildings, textures. Silo diffuse 2 lowercase. Let's just change it to lowercase and see what happens. So let's close you. Let's take you down to a small s and save it. And then let's open you back up. That's Riccisville. I don't want that one. Let's go to Riccis Hollow. Let's open this back up and see if that error goes away. So no more error with the texture file. Does anything look weird? Did it mess any of my textures up? I don't think it did. Alright, I don't see anything wrong with the textures. So now let's come over here. Let's close a bunch of this crap we don't need open anymore. So heating plant can get closed. Heinz can get closed. Smokehouse can get closed. Glue factory can get closed. Water fill stations, tour icons. Let's go create a transform group. And it's going to be Ace drywall. Let's cut it from there, paste it into here, and let's go File, Import, Ace drywall. And let's zoom out a little bit more. So let's cut it from there. It's got to be put into here. And then let's go Edit, interactive placement, bam, something like this. So this is going to be our drywall factory. I'm going to pull it down to about right about where it was, I think, and then we're going to pull it out so we can load it by truck or by train. So let's pull it out to about there. So I want to drop off by truck or by train. So now let's get rid of a couple of these trees. And let's get rid of that one. I can live with that. Let's move you over a little bit. Alright, so we can drop all of our goods off by truck or by train. And then I'm going to move you back a little bit. Like so. So there's all of our pallet spawners. Here's our pallet spawners where our drywall is going to spawn. Alright, so now we need to close this stuff we don't need open again. So let's come to Ace Drywall, and it's going to need its own farmland. So we're going to create a new farmland. So let's grab our farmland XML. So I can close that. Water fill triggers I can close. Smokehouse I can close. Let's go to our farmlands. We're going to turn number 106 back on. We're not using it. And then it's going to be Ace Drywall. And it's going to be number 106. And it's going to be bits 1, 3, 5, and 6. So it's going to be bits 1, 3, 5, and 6, which is number 106. Is that what we called it? Yep, it's number 106. So you are now number 106. And then let's grab our square brush. And then let's get this in its own farmland. So when you buy the property, it's not all messed up. So let's bring you out to here and over. And then we'll take you off the map when I spin my camera around. So let's just go like this for now. Let's take it out a little bit further. And then we'll take it off the map here in a second. Get this all painted in. So there's our farmland when you buy Ace Drywall. So let's just take it off the edge of the map. So we don't get any farmland ID errors. Alright, so that's all painted in now. So that's taken care of. Let's get our tour icon. So let's go down here, duplicate that one. We're going to call it Ace Drywall. Let's go edit. Let's pull it up out of the ground. Let's put it about where that player trigger was. And then we'll adjust. Oh, we're almost perfect. I don't got to adjust anything. Alright, so there's our... This is going to be our hotspot. So let's go here. Let's duplicate this one. And let's call it Ace Drywall. your Ace drywall. And let's grab our X. And our Z. Alright, so that's fixed. So that gets our player trigger in. That gets our hotspot in. Our farmland is done. So let's go back up here. So Ace drywall. Let's give this a save. Now let's go to, you are Ritchieville, but I want the 110. You are Ritchieville. Let's find Ace drywall. Let's grab Ace drywall from here. Move it over to the hollow map, and it doesn't really matter where it goes. So let's put it here, but we have to rename it Riccis Hollow. Alright, so that's done. So we have our Ace drywall in there. So now let's go. Alright, you're done saving. Let's go over here to Riccis Hollow Placeables Global Company, and let's go to Ritchieville Placeables Global Company. Let's grab Ace drywall. Let's put it in this map. Let's grab let's edit it with Notepad++, but I have to rename the icon to Riccis Hollow. Alright, so let's see if that renames itself. So let's come here to Ritchieville. So this all has to be renamed Riccis Hollow. And let's save that. Since we didn't make any change to the factory, we didn't make any changes to the XML. We saved our map. Let me close paint.net back down since we're not using it. So let's bring this guy back up. So we want to go into Riccis Hollow unzipped. And then let's come in here. And let's see if we have any errors. Shouldn't be any errors in the log for the drywall factory. And then once we test the drywall factory, before we move on to the next factory, I'm going to take 5, because I need a fresh cup of coffee. Alright, so let's throw some money in. Let's grab some speed. We should now have Ace drywall. So we have Ace drywall. We should be able to drop off by truck or by train. Oh, we got a weird smoke particle going on. I got something else now I have to fix. For some reason, the smoke on this map is completely messed up. And I don't know why. And I think it had something to do with the Giants update. So that's messed up. No weird smoke going on with the oil well. I've definitely got smoke issues on this map, and I don't know why. And I'm almost positive it had something to do with the Giants update. So let's come back to the glue factory and fix the smoke particle. I'm just going to delete it and import a new one in. So now let's buy this piece of property for the drywall factory. is 103,000. I can live with that. That's a good price. So now we should get a global company menu. No global company menu. What did I mess up? So there's no global company menu for the drywall factory. We just bought that farmland, right? We did. Why no global company menu? Yeah, I got a bunch of weirdness going on today, and I don't know why. Let's buy the glue factory. I should have a menu here, and I do. Why no menu for the drywall factory? Where's my trigger? My trigger off? Huh. Now here's my box, my global company menu. I'm not getting a global company menu. Alright, let's see what we did wrong. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the log first and see if we have any weirdness going on with the drywall factory. So that's the factory we didn't fix yet. These I have to fix. That shouldn't cause this factory not to work. These are the factories we haven't fixed yet. Oh, I know what we did. We didn't i3D map it. I don't think it's i3D mapped correctly. Yeah, we're gonna go back in and check our trigger. That's on create. Carbonate and cabbage has to get fixed yet. I know that's messed up. There's no errors in the log with the drywall factory. Why? We didn't make any changes to it. Let's retrace our steps. So let's go here. Let's go Riccis Hollow. So everything's called Riccis Hollow. And it's Ace Drywall. All of our fill types are in the map, so that shouldn't be an issue. This is Ace Drywall. We didn't make any changes to the factory. We didn't make any changes to the factory. Everything's called Riccis Hollow. Let's go back to the map. So we have Ace Drywall. It's in Farmland 106. And we painted it in 106, correct? So our farmland's turned on. We bought the property, so there's nothing wrong here. Let's just, for the hell of it, check our i3D pathing, which shouldn't be an issue because we didn't make any changes to the factory. Our camera is 3. Our exact fill route, why do I not have triggers? Oh, that's under there. That's correct. Those are correct. So there's my triggers. That's all correct. Shouldn't be anything wrong with the XML. So our XML is fine. It's Ace Drywall. capital D. It's Ace Drywall here. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. It's Ace Drywall there. Our XML is Ace Drywall. We're Ace Drywall here. We're Ace Drywall here. We are Ace Drywall there. I have no idea why this factory's not spawning in, because there's no errors in the log. Everything's named correctly. Sometimes it just doesn't like the name and you have to rename the factory. And I don't know why. So we have Ace Drywall there. We have our Riccis Hollow, Placeables, Global Company. We have our Ace Drywall here. Our icon is Riccis Hollow, so that's correct. Our factory is Riccis Hollow. Why are you not highlighting? Search. Find. So that's correct. That one's correct. That takes us back to the top. I don't see anything weird there. I don't see anything weird there. Let's save the map again. And let's go back in game. If it doesn't spawn in, I'm going to rename this factory. I don't see absolutely anything wrong with why this factory won't spawn in. Alright, let's go back in. Riccis Hollow unzipped, so we're in the correct folder. So I've had this happen before, and the only way I can fix it was to rename the factory. Because when there's no errors in the log, it doesn't tell you why it won't spawn in. So it's not recognizing something with the factory name or the XML name. Alright, so let's go in here. I just want to throw some money in. Let's grab a little bit of speed. So we should come back here. So we should be able to visit Ace Drywall. So it's physically here. Let's buy the property again. I should get a menu. No menu. It's not recognizing this factory. Everything's spawning in. It's just not recognizing the factory. my player trigger spawning in, my exact fill route is spawning in, my triggers are spawning in, my spawners to spawn the drywall are spawning in. Why no global company menu? Alright, let's turn that off. Let's go Control G. It says we own it. Why no menu? That is weird. Why am I not getting a pop-up menu for the player trigger? If it's broken on here, it's broken on the Riccisville map. Let's look at something else. Let me leave the game open for a second. I'm going to just minimize that. I want to go into Ace Drywall, and I want to go to where the player trigger is. So the player trigger is here. Pop-up is true. Auto line start is true. Show and GIU is true. Is our player trigger path wrong? Our player trigger is number 8. Our player trigger for drywall is number 7. There's something wrong with our pathing. Alright, so let's get out of the game. So that means it's probably wrong in the Riccisville map. Oh, let's get out of game. And we're gonna have to go check the Riccisville map also. So we're gonna fix this map, and then we're gonna take a little side. I'm gonna take 5, and then we're gonna take a side detour, and we're gonna check the Riccisville map and see if that map is spawning in. All right. So why is my pathing off? So let's just go back through the list and check them all. All right. Exact fill route 1 is 0, 0, 0. Exact fill route 2 is 0, 2, and 0, so that's correct. Pallet trigger is 0, 0, 1, so that's correct. Our player trigger for some reason is number 7. So that is number 7. Our smoke is all number 6. It's just our player trigger's off. Audio is 4. Wrong button. So audio is 4. Trigger 2. Where's our out? Is 1 and 1. All of our triggers spawned in. For some reason our player trigger was wrong. Player trigger is 7. Alright, so let's go. We didn't make any changes to the map. Let's go back in here. Could it be some sort of GC conflict? No, I had the player trigger map, i3D map wrong, which means it's probably wrong in the Riccisville. So I'm going to check this one. I'm going to make sure we get the trigger. I'm going to take 5 because I need a coffee. And we're going to check the Riccisville map really quick, because I may have to fix that one and send a new update to Papa and Dixie tonight if the trigger's broken in that map. Because I haven't gotten that far in my testing. I didn't fire up the drywall factory yet. So again, one more time, since we're not going to save this, let's throw some money in. Let's grab a little bit of speed. Now I should. Let's come back up here. Let's come back here and, oh, I don't want to, yeah, let's buy it. And then let's come back here and visit it. So, oh, there we go. So now I have the menu. So it's now fixed and working. Alright, before I take 5, let's quit out of here. Let's quit out of here. Let's go to Ritchieville unzipped. I want to check my unzipped folder, my factory there. And if it's because we imported it right out of this map, we didn't make any changes to it, so I'll guarantee it's not working in this map. So let's start a new save game. Let's go into Ritchieville, and then I'm going to take 5. Clay Hall, thank you for stopping in, saying hello, taking time out of your day. Let's let this one load. Again, I just want to throw some money in here. Let's grab some speed, because I hate walking slow. Alright, let's teleport ourselves back to the drywall factory. So there's our menu. Let's buy the property. Oh, it's working here. What changed? Why did it not spawn into the other map correctly? That's really weird. Oh, well, at least I know it's fixed in this map. Alright, so let me... Alright, I'm going to take 5, guys and gals. Rob VTV, thank you for stopping in, saying hello. Oh, yeah, you could call me whatever you want. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 5. Alright, I hope that wasn't too painful. Fresh cup of coffee and my sweatshirt because it's getting cold in here. And it looks like my stream is frozen on my phone. Oh no, alright, it's just my stream is behind. So let me just fix my phone here real quick. Because that's how I see chat. Alright, so let's get my phone back. Good. Thanks everybody for hanging. So before we move on to the next factory, let's look at this weird smoke particle that we got going on over here at the drywall factory. I mean at the glue factory. So before I do that, let's go in here. Let's go to our 110. I'm going to call Ace Drywall done before I forget. So now let's find our glue factory and figure out what's messed up with that. Alright, so our glue factory, let's find our particle systems. Which one was it? Alright, it wasn't that one. So it has to be this one. It is. So let's go. We're going to take smoke 3. I'm going to delete it. Let's go File, Import, Riccis Hollow, Particle Systems, Global Company. Let's go Smoke. Oh, there's another thing we have to do. We got to back up. I've missed a step on the textile mill. So let's come back up into the glue factory. Let's go cut it from there. Let's paste it back in here. I have to move it up one slot, and let's call it Smoke 3. And then let's go edit, and then let's get it adjusted. Alright, so now let's give this a save. And we're going to go back in game really quick, just see if that smoke particle's messed up before we move on. So let this save. I can't wait till this map's finished because right now I'm playtesting on Ritchieville, but I'm really looking forward to getting back in here and playing this map. Anybody's hanging around and haven't seen, let me know. I built the mines inside of the caves and it looks really cool. So if you want to see them when we go in game here in a second, let me know. We can do a quick tour of the mines. So let's go back into Hollow, unzip, because that's the map we're working on. And my stream on my phone is, I'm about 3 or 4 minutes behind of what I'm actually doing. So let's go into save game 2. Let's go into a new game. If anybody wants to see the mines while I'm in game, let me know. You do? All right, Ravenstar 1970. Hello. I see you. You saw them. You saw me building them. All right, so let's check. Let me go back to, again, let me just throw some money in here. I don't need money this time. Let's just grab some speed. I want to go back to the glue factory first and make sure that weird smoke particle went away. No, why am I having troubles with my smoke particles? All of a sudden. So there's got to be something else there that I don't see. Maybe the fire particle's messed up. That's what it is. So we'll go back and fix the fire particle. So let's come over here to stone process. Let's come over here to the sports bar. Let's come over across the bridge. And this is going to be your stone processing. We're going to crush your stone down to lime and limestone and calcium carbonate. But now inside of the caves, there's no more pre-crushed mining materials on the ground. So you're going to have to, all your boulders are going to spawn inside the caves, and then all of your crushers are now inside the caves. And then you'll have to come in here and pick your crushed material up off the ground. So it's really cool. So I wanted to leave the caves, but I wanted to get all of the mines inside of the caves. So this one is the copper mine. So we come out and around, and you have the coal mine. These things look really cool here inside the caves. So there's the coal mine. And then we'll come around to the ore mine. I may change that. I think I'm going to leave that top texture like it is and leave it two-tone. The old ore texture on the top and the new ore texture on the ground. But they look really cool here in the caves. So this one is, I got to fix that top. This is no longer coal. This one is nickel. So we'll have to change that coal texture to the nickel texture. Or we'll leave it. I may leave it. We'll see. It doesn't look bad. So if we change it to the nickel texture, it's going to be too overpowering. So let's leave it coal. I can live with that. And then your cement factory is over here. So, yeah, I think they look really, really cool. Alright, so let's get out of here. What's the shop for? What shop? Oh, the little... next time we go back in game, you'll point me in the right direction. Alright, so I think our fire particles... Smoke particle's fine. I think our fire particle's messed up. So let's delete that. Let's go, I'm going to go in here. I want to go Riccis Hollow. I want to go Particle Systems, Global Company. I want to look at this fire particle. It's Fire DDS and Particle System Shader. So we have our Fire DDS. I do. And we have our Particle System Shader. We do. So what's wrong with the fire? Let's import a new fire particle. Let's go File, Import, Fire. Let's cut it from there. Let's put it in here. We have to call it just fire. And then let's go edit. And then let's grab this guy. I've been having trouble with this fire particle ever since I imported it into this map, and I don't know why. That's just not the right fire particle. So let's delete that completely. I want to go to let's go to Riccis Islands, Particle Systems, Global Company. I want to look at this one. I may have the wrong fire in the map. Yeah, it's not that one. Let me look at fire 1. So you're all zeros. Yeah, you're the one I want. So let's go file, export. Actually, I want to do something first. Let's cancel that. I want to put it on my desktop, and I want to do something first. Let's create a new folder. I want to go back here. I want to go file, export, desktop, and I want to go fire. So let's close that. I want to go in here, and we're just going to go Particle Systems, Global Company. Let's get rid of new buildings. Particle Systems, Global Company. Let's save that. I'm going to cut you out of here. I'm going to paste you in here, and then you're going to get deleted. Let's open this up. So you're at 0, 0, 0. I want you at 0, 0, and 0. So they're all the same. Let's save that. Now I'm going to import it in. Let's go File, Import. Nope. Cancel. A file export selection with files. So I'm going to go into the hollow map. I want to go to Placeables, Global Company. Nope. I want to go to Particle Systems, Global Company. We're going to overwrite fire with this one. And now I'm going to close this. I want to go to here. No. Oh, we didn't save it. Crap, it didn't save. Let's go 0, 0, 0. Let's save that. So fire 1 is the correct particle that we want. Is my pathing correct? And it did not. It did not spawn in correctly. So let's close this. Let's close this. We got, I don't know why we have so much shit open. Let's go back to here. Let's open this one back up. Let's fix our pathing again. I don't know why it didn't spawn in correctly. Let's go to Particle Systems. Particle Systems. We want our fire particle. We want our shader. We want our fire particle, which we have. We have our shader, which we do. Let's come back here to fire 1. Can't load resource. Particle system shader XML. Oh no, why? Hold on, let's close that again. Let's open this back up. It's just Global Company. save that again. Let's close that. Ace drywall's done. We can close that. Let's open Fire 1 back up. Can't load resource. I know why. Let's try that again. Let's open up Fire 1 because it's already in the folder. All I need is Fire. And all I need is Particle System Shader. Now we should be alright. Alright, that's better. So there's our fire particle. Alright, now we can close that. I can close that. Let's come back in map. Let's go File, Import. I want to go Fire, Riccis Hollow, Particle Systems, Global Company. What happened to Fire 1? Riccis Hollow, Particle Systems, Global Company. Fire 1 is not here. What the hell just happened? I've got a bunch of weirdness going on today. I have no freaking idea why. Folders do I have open? Oh, we were in the islands map. I hope I just didn't mess something up in the islands map. I changed the wrong map. But it shouldn't matter. It's the same fire and it's the same. I'm going to have to go into the islands map and make sure none of my fire's messed up. This is why I don't like working on multiple maps at the same time and having multiple folders open. Alright, so you should be fixed. Let's close you. Let's look at you first before we import you back in. So you should be good now. You should be good now. So let's go File, Import, Fire. I need to cut it from there, paste it into here. And let's put you back here. And let's put you back here. Alright, so let's save this. We'll go back in game. What was the shop for? That was in the mines. Oh, that's just a little office building for parking, and it's where the employees work. And that's where, I'll show you, that's where your global company menu is. And that's where your trash is going to spawn and your sewage is going to spawn. So I'll show you when we go back in. And then off camera later, I'll make sure none of the fire's messed up on the islands map. Alright, so let's go back in game. I want Riccis Hollow unzipped. Start a new save game. Alright, so I can take Ace Drywall off of my to-do list. let us come back in here and let's just teleport ourselves back to the drywall factory, or I mean the glue factory. Alright, there we go. So we got our fire particle fixed. So that's taken care of. So that's off the list. Let's go back over to the mines. So here is stone. Let me get some speed because I hate walking slow. So inside the caves, every mine's going to have a little office building. And this is where your global company menu is going to be. So let me buy this piece of property. Let me throw some money in here. So if I come in here and buy this piece of property, now you're going to get the global company menu, and here's where your trash is going to spawn, and then here's where you're going to pick up your sewage. So each mine, and I got to come in here, I got to pull that out of the ground. So each mine works the same way. Each mine has its own little office. Same thing. You'll get your global company menu here. You'll get your trash to spawn, and then on this side is where you pick up your sewage. So that's what they are. All right. So that fixes our fire. So the glue and we'll come back and we'll once we get all the factories in this little area back here, we'll re-landscape it, make it look better. So that is taken care of. I want to build us, let's do the salt water and the evaporator next so we can get some sea salt. And I want to put it, let me get some speed. And again, I want to build it along the tracks. So let's head back here. So we have the railroad tracks go into the cave and then disappear. What I'm thinking of doing is, so we have the Budweiser factory is here. The Heinz factory is here. Acme Products is here for our lawnmowers, our Port of Johns. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about taking this L-shaped field and squaring it off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this concrete pad all the way up, and that's going to give us more room for future placeables. And I think I'm going to put the evaporator here. I think we are. So let's fix this field. So what field are you going to be? Let's close global company for now. Let's come up here to where the heck are my, they're not under map, oh, gameplay. We want to go to gameplay. I want to go to fields, and I have no idea what number field this is. It's got to be up in like the 20s. So that's 18. That's 19. That one's 17. Field 16. We're going to make field 16 a lot smaller. So where's my corners? So corner 1, corner 2 and corner 3 are there, and then we can get rid of these extra corners. So this can go, and then we're going to take I'm going to take my grass texture first. So let's go to grass, not that one, this one, and then let's make sure we are square. We are. So, oh no, I don't want grass, I want terrain detail. Wrong one. Terrain detail, I want square, and I want subtract. Let's come here. Let's square this field off. And you've got to be really close or you can't get a really, wrong one. Subtract, or you can't see. Subtract, I went too far. Let's just go a little bit at a time. So subtract, and that'll give you guys and gals more room for placeables. So we're going to have a lot of future placeable factories. And this will give you a little bit more room to put it in. So there's plenty of fields on the map. I don't mind cutting this one back a little bit. I want to save that other space we were working in where H Drywall Factory is to put the battery factory back there. So you can go a little bit smaller. Just get this line nice and straight. And we'll check the corner markers again for this field after I get it cut back. And then we'll have to fix the farmland where this field is. Yep, so you're nice and straight. So this can get... Alright, so now I can just erase this. Alright, so that is gone. So let's check these field corners again and make sure they're going to line up straight up this line. Yeah, so that's going to line straight up this line. So let's come up here to fields. Let's go scripts, map, and render the fields in. There we go. So are we straight up this line? We are. So that has this field covered now. So this field is now only that size. So there's our fields. Let's come off of there. And let's get rid of our field areas. Alright, so that's fixed. That's now fixed. I want to get rid of this fence. So we'll open this back up. Alright, so let's get rid of that fence. Now let's bring So let's go back to, I'm going to go to asphalt. The gravel texture, believe it or not, creates, I found this out after this map was built, but the gravel texture has a tendency to create a little bit of lag if you have a lot of gravel texture on your map. So I'm trying to get rid of these gravel textures as we go and just leave it like along the train tracks. So we're going to paint this whole lot back to asphalt instead of gravel, and then we'll extend it back. We get the borders done, and then we'll just fill the middle in. So as I've been redoing the maps, I've been trying to get rid of a lot of the gravel texture. So if you're doing a lot of landscaping in your maps, don't paint a lot of gravel in if you're using the in-game landscape tool. You back. And then we'll come back and clean up the entrances when we switch over to the round brush. So let's get the edges done. And what I may do is I think I'm going to get rid of that fence altogether. So I'll clean this up with the round tool. Let's get the rest of the edges done. Too far. Too far. Alright, go to there for now. We're going to extend this. We're going to remove the grass and extend this all the way out. And we got to fix the grass along the field. So let us start. Again, we're going to clean this edge up anyway, so I just want to fill this in. So we get rid of this gravel. Let's fix up the driveways in and out, and then we'll go back and extend it back. So let's go back to the round brush. And let's just bring this along here. I'll go a little bit smaller. Alright, so it fixes this entrance in. Let's fix this entrance in. So that's that taken care of. Now let's come back here. Let's go back to our square brush. And let's make our placeable factory area bigger. You're going to need it. Let's take this side back. Let's get rid of, yeah, we'll just go along this edge here. So let's take you all the way to here. And we'll just come up along this side. Oh, we missed some. Oh, wrong one. This one. And we'll come back and we'll fix the grass. So let's come up here. Let's separate the two out a little bit. So let's go a little bit smaller. Let's bring you over here and straight over. Rid of this last little bit. Alright, I can live with that. Let's bring this guy let's push you in. Then let's do this. Let's go something like this. Bring this edge back. Let's come back to like the pole. Give you guys and gals a lot more room for placeables. Let's bring you across. And then let's bring this guy back. We're going to have to fix the farmland. Square you up. Now we can grab tool. Something like that. Now let's go to, we are on subtract. Let's go to grass. And let's clean up the grass. And here's the part I hate, getting it along the edges. I hate painting grass. So let's just do this edge first, because you can't see it half the time when you're in the editor. And then we'll come back and we'll put the edge along the field. So you can't see it until you're right on top of it. And we're getting game, we're probably going to be missing a little bit along where the concrete and the grass meet. So let's paint grass in along here. And then we'll spin around, we'll paint the grass along in the field, and then we'll get rid of the extra grass on the concrete. Yeah, the map making, painting the grass in is probably what I absolutely hate the most. Get this done, I'll catch up on chat, because I haven't looked over at my phone in a couple of minutes. Let's get the rest of this grass along the field done. Alright, and then let's get the rest of the grass out of the concrete. Oh, we missed a little bit of gravel. Get this out. This along here and over to here. Alright, before we move on, let me give this a quick save. I will get the textures done in my maps. Thanks for showing it. Yeah, texture painting is a pain, and grass is even worse. Just asking, is there any chance to take the Power poles out of the farm. Yeah, I love the power poles through those fields. I put them there on purpose. They were purposely built through those fields on both maps. Alright, so that is that done. So now we have to fix the farmland. Yeah, we got to fix the farmland. So that was field 16. Our farmlands for field 16 is bits 0 and 6. Let me just zoom out here a minute. Let's see what we have to fix. So our farmlands for that field are bits 0 and 6. They are. So what is that light green color? That is going to be should be like a placeable area near Ace or near just come up to the top. Heating plant. Farm near Lowe's. Central Station. Left side. Landfill. We may have to give it its own farmland. So what is... So it's not part of the Ace factory. It's not part of this factory. It's part of Bob's... No, that's... Alright, we're going to do it the other way, and we're going to let... we're going to make... Oh, it was a part of the Ace factory. Hold on. What is not... What is Ace? Ace is... Heinz, beverage processing, Acme. It's Acme factory. So that's 63. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so there is that. So that's that factory. Let me just move my camera up a little bit. So this square here, what, you're part of that. Okay, so that's going to make it easier. So let's do this. Let's go down here. We're going to go, we're not using this farmland. Let's turn it back on. We're going to call this lot near Acme products. And it's going to be farmland 107, and we need bits 0, 1, 3, 5, and 6. 0, 1, 3, 5, and 0, 1, 3, 5, and 6 is number 107, and that's what we want. So now let's give this lot its own farmland. So it's not part of the farmland with the field anymore. Matter of fact, I'm going to take it all the way to the road. So this is all the same farmland now. Let's take it up to the road. Let me move my camera. Oh, come on. So this will be our farmland. All the way up here. I thought I left this little square there. That's part of that field. Let's take this all the way up to the road. Let's take this all the way up to the road. Alright, so this is now its own farmland, this little lot here. We're going to break it up even more once we start putting factories in, but I wanted to get that fixed for now, so it wasn't the same farmland as this field, where the old field was. So let's give this a quick save. What time is it? 11:35. I'm gonna need to break for lunch. It is, I haven't had breakfast yet. I've been up since like 4 a.m. It's like 11:35 my time. I am gonna get out of here. Give me about an hour, hour and a half, and we'll come back in and we will pick up where we left off. Because I need some food. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in, taking time out of their day and saying hello. Because guys and gals are awesome. Thanks for that sub gifted. Sassy155, thanks. Yeah, give me about an hour, hour and a half. And we'll pick up where we left off.